Do you think this type of online education will succeed in rural areas in Sri Lanka? Because still there are some villages even without electricity.
Yes, I can understand what you ask. Now, electricity is a fundamental need of family now. Now, when we talk about, there are some distance areas. They know nothing about this, the facilities of this electricity. You know, Sachin, there are two categories of people in our country. Those who have all the facilities while the other have less facilities. They find it difficult to do their day-to-day activities without electricity. Now, let's talk about our main topic is the online education. Now, how can they use their smartphone without electricity? So, then they find it difficult to do their education without the electricity. Now, that means our problem is this. Sometimes they have electricity facilities, but they haven't the smartphone. Therefore, there is a clash between that. So, I think the electricity facilities should be given to those areas.
The administration, a voice to speak over the neglected and a platform to raise your voice against burning social issues. So, welcome to my program, The Administration. We have been facing the COVID pandemic for more than 1.5 years. Throughout all these days, both higher education and school education have been conducted through online. But we all know that there are some issues and problems in this online education system. So, to discuss this matter, today I have invited to a very special person who has been teaching English for more than 3 decades. He is none other than Mr. Sunil Veerasinghe. Welcome to my program, sir.
Good morning, Sachin. It is a pleasure for me to join this program.
First of all, I would like to know your opinions on this online education system.
Well, we all know that these days all the schools and other institutions are closed now. So, the pupils, that means the school pupils and the other pupils who follow different courses are helpless. Actually, their parents also very helpless because their children are beyond their control. There is no option. So, therefore, the online education is a boon to these children. You know that with the arrival of internet, our life has become easy, made easy to access the different information and different tasks like online education. So, therefore, I would like to tell you that this online education is very helpful for the children. Now, let's see that most of the students have nothing to do at home. Therefore, their only option is to join the online classes. So, they can spend their time usefully. And you know that most of the students have lost their most important lessons. You know that they have, that means the exams are postponed now day by day. Therefore, they have to learn through online education.
There are a lot of positivities as you said, but do you think this type of online education will succeed in rural areas in Sri Lanka? Because still there are some villages even without electricity.
Yes, I can understand what you ask. Now, electricity is a fundamental need of family now. Now, when we talk about, there are some distance areas, they know nothing about this, the facilities of this electricity. You know, Sachin, there are two categories of people in our country. Those who have all the facilities while the other have less facilities. They find it difficult to do their day-to-day activities without electricity. Now, let us talk about our main topic is the online education. Now, how can they use their smartphone without electricity? So, then they find it difficult to do their education without the electricity. Now, that means our problem is this, sometimes they have electricity facilities, but they have not the smartphone. Therefore, there is a clash between that. So, I think the electricity facilities should be given to those areas.
As a developing country, we have much more things to develop. So, now I am moving to a different part. As we know, primary education is the foundation of a student's life because it includes both classroom activities and sports activities. But now they have lost both because of the pandemic. So, how this affects to a student's life?
Yes, actually I am very sorry to tell you that these primary students are badly affected because of this COVID-19. And I have noticed as a teacher, these primary teachers are very active, and they are more of a mother than a teacher. They sit beside the students and help them to form their writing, that means their letters. And also when we think about the physical classroom, it is really a very enjoyable environment, because the teacher sings with the children and they have to do some physical activities in the outside. Now, according to this situation, they have lost all the things. As you reminded me, it is the foundation of their education. The children have to learn a lot of things. The teacher is always well equipped with the lessons, and she is ready to impart her knowledge with the student. Now, let us tell that now this online education is is better for the higher students, that means the grade 5, grade 3, grade 6, 7, 9 and upward. But these children, they can't understand all the things. Now, these children therefore find it difficult to continue their lessons.
Yeah, actually, when we do online education with those primary students, their parents have to sit behind them, otherwise it will never come to success, right? However, now we have nothing to do except accepting this bitter reality. We have to go with this. So, what are your ideas to make more success this online education?
Right, Sachin, there are a lot of errors in online education. I will point out you them in gradually. You know that the most defect or the error is the signal. Now, signal and the electricity. Now, in our country, there are many parts of the island we can see signal towers. These signal towers have the capacity to send out or attract the signals, but these towers, the signal towers, hasn't such capacity to send out send out signal. I will tell you an example. Now, when 5 students study on online system, only 3 students can actively take part in, the other 2 can't do that. That is because of the lack of active signal. So I recommend this idea because the telecom and other sub companies should maintain them properly and gradually, and also electricity should be made available 24 hours, and also their power, that means electricity also, sometimes there we can see the power failure also. It affects to the online education. Therefore, I recommend to increase the capacity of the signal and maintain them properly, and the electricity should be made available 24 hours.
We have talked about a lot of positivities and other issues of this online education. So my next question is, according to your point of view, what are the disadvantages of this online education?
Yes, Sachin. Actually, everything has advantage and the disadvantage. This online education is also has disadvantage. The first disadvantage is all the children can't join these classes because lack of smartphone. You know that some parents can't afford their money to buy a smartphone. They have a basic need rather than buying a smartphone. And the other problem is this, now when they have the smartphone, they haven't a very active signal because of the remote area, and they are far from the city, and they can't contact their parents, friends, and through communication. So when we think about this problem, actually some pupils can't join this situation because as I pointed out earlier, the less activeness of the signal, and also sometimes the recurrent failure of the electricity also another defect of this system. So therefore, both the teacher and the student find it difficult to continue the lesson.
Yes, sir. As you pointed out, these all the advantages. At one hand, we can say these are the burning issues. These things should be ministered by the ministration and all the other responsible authorities. Yeah, responsible authorities. So now we have come to the end of our program, and I think you enjoy, and also you were able to get some important points from our program. Hope you enjoy our program, and thank you for your valuable time, sir.
And thank you for inviting me to this program.
Thank you very much. So let's meet the next program, and stay safe. Thank you.